So, I've been going on a bit of a retro cartoon binge lately. You know, watching old cartoons from the 30s and 40s, making short reaction theatre videos on them, which you should totally go and watch, so I can geek out about them for a few minutes in the hope someone will find them interesting. As much as I think I am familiar with the history of animation, I've never actually sat down and watched these iconic cartoons before. I've watched a handful of them now and then, but never in order of release. I'm talking Disney, Fleischer, and Warner Brothers, and more. This also led me to other franchises and shows that are bringing this retro style of animation back. I'm a little late to the bandwagon admittedly with this, but 20s and 30s style animation has had somewhat of a resurgence in recent years with the release of games like Bendy and the Ink Machine, Cuphead, and also with Disney and Warner going back to their roots with the visual style of their cartoons having a vintage look to them. So, how surprising was it to see a 1930s style animated short based on the Pokemon franchise of all things? And you know what else? This isn't a fan-made thing. It had an official release. Yeah, this thing is pretty special, if a little confusing. This short, Chase the Beans, is an official animated short from the Japan-based Pokemon Kids TV YouTube channel. It's a dialogue-free classic cartoon-inspired 2D short doing the very classic setup of a cat and mouse chase through a train. So, where did this short come from? It seems to have come out of nowhere. I did some digging and discovered that the main animator behind this short was an artist I already follow, Taku Inoue. I hope I've said your name right. You've probably already seen his Tom and Jerry sculptures of Tom's dumbest, gut-wrenching moments from the cartoons from the 40s. Unsurprisingly, Taku Inoue loves retro animation, and of course, Pokemon. I wouldn't have put Pokemon and retro animation together automatically, but Pokemon as a franchise in itself is one I grew up on and still love to this day. Okay, I may not be into it as much as I was as a kid, but I still think that the anime itself specifically was responsible for allowing anime to become more popular and familiar around the world. Yeah, you have shows like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z, which aren't exactly my cup of tea, but Pokemon was more my kind of show, and that was one of the first animes I ever watched. Pokemon itself is regarded as being the most successful video game adaptation of all time and has had many spin-off shows and TV specials, including this. But I was not expecting this. Did I enjoy it? Well, the animation is great and is an obvious love letter to 1930s style of animation, but it's pretty strange, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure what to think of it. 1930s animation does have a bit of a haunting quality at times, and this short definitely has that, but I don't think it's intentional. Maybe it is, I don't know. The short has a simple setup. Scraggy is eating up a trail of beans, which leads him to accidentally board a train and encounters the Pokemon Mimikyu, who is incredibly popular. The Pokemon in the short are, admittedly, a bit of an odd choice. Why not have Pikachu himself here? I would love to see Pikachu in a 1930s style. Having a Pokemon like Scraggy does allow for more of the squash and stretch animation, even if it is a little bit suggestive. And Mimikyu does suit the 30s style perfectly with being cute and creepy all at once, which is a quality that 1930s style of animation has. I'd say if you're a Pokemon fan, or a fan of Cuphead, you'll love this hybrid of both franchises. But if you're an animation buff and love old cartoons and animation history, but aren't familiar with Pokemon, yeah, this is definitely one to take note of anyway. Even if you're not familiar with Pokemon and don't really care about that franchise, this cartoon is still something special. I've posted a link where you can watch the short in the description below, as well as a link to Taku Inoue's Twitter. Please give him a follow, he more than deserves it. I'm Mad Munchkin, stay creative.